purpose of this video is to give some instruction on how to use the divided bucket system for the first time user, and possibly even some tips or some suggestions for some people that have already been using or accustomed to this type of a system. Our divided bucket obviously is to divide the clean chemical solution, which goes in the front compartment, from your rinse water, where we start out with about a gallon of clear water in the back cavity underneath the wringer. Now, the first thing that I want to point out is that our divider is a crescent-shaped fixed divider. That means absolutely no chance of any seepage of the contaminated water into the clean chemical solution in the front compartment. It's also crescent-shaped, and the reason for that is so that I can get back with any style mop and flush out my mop and not find it cumbersome to get in and around that wringer. You can use a divided bucket with either the tube mop. I'm going to today show it with the actual tab mop, which is awfully handy and ergonomic when you're dealing with restrooms, classrooms, offices, anywhere where there's maybe some chair legs, table legs, partition legs, anything where you want to make it a little bit handier and easier to get in and around. So with the tab mop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the pedal, and when I hit the pedal it's going to collapse, but it's going to hang on to it via the tabs. And I'm going to go ahead, if I was using this mop for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and load it up in my clean chemical solution in that front compartment. I've got a side press wringer here, which is a good wringer with either of these style mops because it totally closes. So even with this flat mop, I can get a good tight ring out with a flat mop on this side press wringer. When I want to get ready and prepare myself to clean the floor, I'm going to come out. It's going to be a spin and drop situation. And after I spun and dropped it, there's one last step that ensures that you lock it into place and get it ready for clean. There's two bars on the top of this. And if you listen real closely, you'll hear a definitive click, which tells me that I've locked it in place so that I can go mop the floor with my flat mop. So again, here nothing changes. I can do my figure eight. I can get in and around things one-handed with this nice lightweight telescopic handle and this style of mop. When it either dries out or I fill it up with soil, it's time to flush the mop out, and that's what microfiber does. It releases the soil it picks up. Cotton doesn't do that. So when I collapse it again by hitting that pedal, I'm going to obviously never ever want to contaminate my front compartment. I'm going to come back here into that rinse water, and I'm just going to flush my mop. And when I flush it, 95% of the soil that I picked up falls off the mop just by doing that agitation. Then I come up here, keep it above that dirty side or that flushing tank side, and I just wring out the remaining 4 or 5% that I have on that mop. So now that when I do want to go back in and redip and reload my mop to continue mopping, I'm not contaminating it with any kind of dirty soil. That's all contained back underneath the wringer. So it's just another quick dip, a wring out, and I repeat that process again. Obviously, it's not subjective when to change the mop water any longer. You don't have to determine what's dirty. You keep using this bucket until you use up all the clean solution. When you do, the back side is probably going to be full, and that's time to go to the slop sink area or the custodial closet, deplete both of them, fill them back up, and go back out and clean more floor. This is a great bucket along with our double bucket for actually cleaning floors, not spreading soil.